All right, everybody, welcome back to the Rose Review. We got a good one for you guys. We got Estacks in the building. How you doing, bro?
I'm good.
Good. Well, welcome. So, as you were saying, you never done anything like this before. So, like, you all right? You feeling good?
Yeah. You know, it's just the nerves sometimes. It's like that before everything.
That's how it gets. That's how it gets. Nick Levin is always, you know how it is.
You already know. It's good, bro.
It's going, man. Hey, so I definitely want to jump like right into everything that you got going on, everything that you've been working for. So where did this all kind of come from? Because Nick and I have been doing this. We were talking about this earlier. Nick and I have been doing this for about a year and a half now. And you came up in my ear probably around season 2, towards the end of season 2.
Like around what month?
That was probably back in the summertime.
Yeah. So
around the summertime.
We were still in the Suite 176
That's
studio.
correct. Shout out to them for sure.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? And that's where you first crossed my name. And then I saw you perform at Winter Jam, and I was blown away. And I was like, whoa, pause. So then I kind of started to do some digging, which we'll get into then. But I want to hear a little bit about you and kind of where this all started for you and how this all kind of came to be. Like, because people come into my apartment, bro. Like, someone came in with an Estacks t-shirt, and I was like,
really?
Yeah,
the green one with the green money?
Dead ass. And I was
really?
like, all right,
Wow.
now I got to go get this kid.
I'm surprised. I never
too.
knew that.
Yeah,
My dad made merch for me.
Oh, word.
So, yeah.
Word.
It was a nice birthday gift.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yo, so talk to me. What's going on?
So, basically, I started doing all this, like, I would say, middle of my senior year. Last year I was in high school. So, middle of my senior year, it just what happened was I was going through a hard time with my girlfriend. Like, you know, like, it was like, all right, scratch that.
All right, off rip, like,
Off rip.
just
Off
for real,
rip.
just go, like, just go.
Just go with it.
Just go,
All right,
just go, because
look,
we're not here. I'm not here to judge you. Yeah, you
All right,
got.
my
you
bad.
got-
I'm like
tell us
trying to
the
like
full story.
picture
Tell us
out.
the story. Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
bro,
full
go
story.
for it,
Look,
please.
People make mistakes in their lives, and people break hearts.
Mhm.
And I was, unfortunately, I broke a heart.
Young heartbreaker.
Yeah.
Young heartbreaker here.
That's what happens, bro.
And like I went through it myself, so like that's when I started writing, just writing little poems, how I felt, you know, what was going on at the time. And then like eventually I got this idea, like, yo, I should start making music, like whatever.
Really?
So the first song I was writing, it was weird. It was just like, yo, what am I doing with this? Like it was just like weird. It was like, you know, like I didn't know what I was doing. But so that was like in September.
Okay.
Around September is when I started.
So
Let
it
me
makes
scratch
sense.
that.
August, September.
Scratch all of that.
Okay.
It wasn't September. September was when I wrote my first song, All I Need.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my first song I written, like my first.
The one that you like put out.
Yeah, the one I
that
just
was
put
it.
out like with the music video.
Right. Okay.
That was my first.
Okay,
written
I've
song.
heard that one.
Yeah.
And I've seen that video.
Yeah.
Very well
So-
produced.
Yeah.
Very well produced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to Shane Fields filmed it.
Okay. Word.
Yep, he
Word.
shot that out. So I dropped that video in October. That was my first music thing ever. Like, you know, everybody was like, oh shoot, like he's making music. Like a lot of people were like, oh, like what's he doing? Like what's he think I'm doing? But
Right.
my point was like, you know what? Like people like that. Like like that surprise. They were like, oh shoot, he's doing music. So
Yeah.
I had that like advantage.
Okay.
So that was the first song I dropped and music video and all that. But a little bit before that, I made like little like freestyle videos, like me in a car, like just singing, like rapping, going over, you know, some things I've written.
Yeah.
And then that brings me into the music video.
Okay. So so we have a beginning, right? So right now, Ride For Me's out. That's a hit. Like that shit hits.
Yeah.
And I like that. I mean, like I've been able to play that out here, and the response to it is good, like really good. Like people are like, oh, this is tough. To a point where I've got people excited to see this when this comes out. So I guess what I kind of want to understand now is, where did things start to pop off? Like when
Like
did
I started
that,
to realize like, oh,
that you could do this and that you could draw an audience, and that like where did that begin for you?
Okay, that started with my freestyle video in a car that I sang to my girlfriend. Like, just want to tell you that you're one of a kind, the No One freestyle.
The one that's on the YouTube. It's on that one's
It's
on YouTube.
It's on
right?
YouTube, Facebook. It's like everywhere. Like,
Okay.
All right, so we made that video like you know, like, oh, like this is cool. We're gonna post it, and like that night I remember we made it in the, like, I think it was the morning, and then we went out, came back, it was like at 24,000 views. I was like, oh shoot, like I was just like shocked there. I'm like, damn, like we hit
What?
24,000 views already, like.
On YouTube.
No, this was on Facebook.
Okay.
Like I shared it to
Even still.
Facebook,
Even still, no,
Yeah.
but that's
and like that was like in less than like 4 hours. So then like that next morning,
so it just got picked up in some sort of circulation.
like
You think,
people
or
were
like,
just sharing it. Like it was just like, oh shoot, this is cute. Like and he could sing. Like
ooh,
you know like
so
that's
you
when-
hit that Facebook market.
yep.
Mm.
Yeah. And eventually,
See, I never even looked about
I
because
never
you
thought
know there's a
have the
Facebook market.
I got that Facebook
That's what I'm
market.
saying.
That's how I got followers from Facebook.
Okay.
Facebook.
Yeah.
All right, keep going. I'm
Yeah,
interested.
continue.
Alright. So it started with that video. You know, we didn't think it was gonna go viral.
Right.
Next morning, 100,000 views, 100-something thousand, and they were like, "Yo, this is going viral." People are like, all the friends we know, they're like, "Damn, you guys are going viral. You guys are everywhere." And it was like 2 days later, it was probably around 400,000 views, 500,000 views. Some page hype shared it,
Yeah.
millions. It's at probably like 4 or 5 million right now. So
Mm.
like, that's where. And at the time, we had a YouTube channel going on, so like they were subscribing us. You know, we were doing our videos for YouTube, and like just skyrocket on subscribers, skyrocket on social medias. It was just like, who are these? Who is this couple? Who's him? Does he sing?
So
rap?
y'all were doing
It
this.
was like a couple.
What the fuck was
reaction?
that? No. It's like the fucking what's that family?
Ace Family?
That
What is it?
the Ace family.
Ace
Yep.
Family.
They have like I don't even know what their subscribers are up to right now.
millions.
It's like couple.
Well, yours is
mil.
like 15,000.
That all right? Okay,
Yeah,
so
you gotta explique it.
okay,
what's
so
poppin'?
I didn't have a music page yet.
Yeah.
Like this was just me and my girlfriend where we're doing our videos.
Right, and that's at like how many subscribers did I see that had?
right
was
now
that-
probably like 7,000.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
And so, like, we kind of like fell off from that
Yeah.
because like we were doing our own thing. Like I was starting to get more into music, and it takes a lot of time to edit these videos. You probably know.
Oh yeah,
Big
no,
fact.
for
yeah.
a fact.
Big
And like, so we're like, I got into my music thing. She was doing her modeling thing, and then
Huh.
that's when I made my music account. But where was I going with this? I'm sorry.
The 15,000
The
subscribers.
15,000.
Oh, 15,000 subscribers. So I made my YouTube account, and I posted that video that I sang to my girlfriend. I'm like, oh, this is me singing to her, and I was just catching views. It's at like maybe like 600,000 right now.
Because it had probably got in that chain.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people were just like probably looking it up or whatever.
And
I
then
don't
once
know.
a certain amount of people see it, it's instant.
Once you
it's
hit
instantly
that mill,
recognizable.
Like anything that's related to that gets picked up.
True.
Like in terms of just YouTube algorithm. Period.
True.
So like, okay, keep going.
Okay, so that video is basically what kind of build me up on that YouTube. So like, when I dropped that video on there, it probably gave me like close to 5,000 subscribers, and then I started posting music on there. And I think the first song I posted on there, my music channel, was Next Up, and that was like a banger. Like I was like, damn, like I made a good song, and like right now I think it's at like 27,000 views, like on YouTube alone, like. Probably on SoundCloud, like more. But yeah, once I dropped that song, everybody was like subscribing. Oh shoot, he could rap. Not only he could sing, he could rap. Like, oh shoot.
But
like,
you had this like following of like kids your age.
Already
even
started, yeah.
No, like already started with you and your girlfriend.
Yeah. So basically, the people who saw me and my girlfriend.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place.
No, you're
like,
good.
I'm
We're
just, like,
following.
there's
No,
just so
no,
many
we're
things I want to
following.
say,
Go,
and like I
follow
can't.
us. Following it.
Trust me, bro.
So, I started with my girlfriend, the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That ended up going the following base from there kind of went on to my music channel, but I was also like I said, I was posting rap music, so a lot of other people that like weren't a fan of like or didn't know that I was making YouTube videos with my girlfriend, like they were just discovering me.
Yeah.
Like I was promoting myself on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever I could do to like get that fan base up. And
So like, hey, dive into that a little bit more because that's what I'm interested in. So like, when you were doing that, so were you just like consistently posting? Were you trying to be like fan interactive, or like what were you?
Okay, yeah. So
Because like I'm always interested because like and we'll get into this. There's like a pocket, and I'm sure you're gonna know exactly who I'm talking about because you run with these kids all the time that are making the type of music that you're making, and all of you together are kind of doing something that has a little bit of light on it, and I'm interested just because like I haven't seen anything like the.
I think I know.
Do you see what I'm getting at?
You're talking about
like Alex, and I'm talking about like what's the other one? I talked to him on the phone.
No.
Yeah.
No,
so
no.
like, like, and you're making like this P&B style music type deal. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that
exactly
that is like popping off, and like Lil TJ is another example of people that are like popping off from that. So like, I'm interested now because like here you are in a situation where it's like I have never been in a situation where I had to contact somebody's manager to give a green light, which I think is good, and I think you should give yourself credit for that. But I'm interested to kind of just get where the build is because it seems like you're developing these guys that are around you to also take that build. So like, where did that kind of start? Does that make sense?
Okay.
And even correct me if I'm wrong, because like that's just what I'm seeing from the outside looking in.
So like I don't see it as in like I'm like making up like making people like.
I'm not saying you're building people, but I think you guys being together as a unit has done something. But I'm trying to figure out for you, like when things started to grow and grow and grow, like I think when you start surrounding people, you're actually either like everybody around you is just like a little bit below.
When you surround yourself with winners, you're gonna win. Like I surround myself with winners. Like the guys I'm with, like they want to do something with their lives. They don't just want to be like, oh, like, you know, and like they're doing music, but you know they're still in high school. They're still doing their thing with high school. They might go to college, but like what they're doing with music is really good. Like
I like some of Alex's stuff a lot. Like I've been keeping a close eye on him, and he's like really talented. So okay, so I have another. Since we were just on the whole the YouTube thing, because I'm not shocked, but I'm like, I've never seen anything like that come out of here. So I'm like, whoa, because like watching. Do you know what I mean? Like,
there's people who've been doing this for a while in Lancaster. Like people who've been artists before me.
Yeah,
right.
And I started this like 4 or 5 months ago, and like. I don't say this in like a cocky or like trying to like I'm coming up.
To be honest,
fast.
I think I know what you're gonna say. And
you know what I mean?
Right, and you're 100% right. There's people who are literally stuck in the mud here that can't move, like they can't move forward.
And it's not because
you were fortunate. You were fortunate to have that.
That's what I would say.
That situation.
That is where I think you got. I'm just spitballing here. Let me take a guess, right?
But you're also talented.
You're also please no. Everything like
video showed you talent.
I know where you're going with this.
I've seen the video.
So I think like let's look at like your Instagram demographic, right? Hold on, I want to make sure I'm still getting everything that I'm saying here. All right, cool. So I'm assuming your Instagram demographic, if you were to split it up into a pie chart, you're probably 60-40 female to men. Is that correct in terms of people that are watching your stuff?
Like 60% men?
No, 60% females.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
You're right. I have a really big female crowd.
Okay, see, that is also where I think, because I see the YouTube thing. That's fortunate.
You got in a good situation with
that. I
that.
think Facebook really helps you in that situation because like
people love to see couples. People love to see people happy.
Yeah, and especially at the age that you were doing that.
Yeah,
and it
it's
gets
like
in a sharing chain.
Yeah, like this is cute. Like look at them.
No,
like,
you know what? I think I remember seeing it, which is the craziest part.
Yeah. Hey, we got to pause just really quick. I did lose some MIDI really quick. Just give me 1 second. All right. Sorry about that. Anyway, as I was saying, I think it's just you, like where you were, and like just the time, everything I think made sense for you, time and place, and Facebook. That's what did it for you,
There's so many users on Facebook.
So
it's
many.
like it's literally
and it's so
like a
easy
web.
to just click that share button and boom,
Boom.
all their people that they have are gonna see it, and it's
like
just gonna keep going.
Especially with that female demographic, like they're sharing it with their boyfriends, like either like oh this
tagging
is cute,
them, like,
or like
I wish
why
I
don't
could
you ever
have
do
this.
anything for me,
like stuff like
you know what I
that.
mean?
Yeah.
Why aren't you writing songs for me, bro?
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly like you know.
Definitely right.
So I think I just like,
It makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense because like it's a mystery sometimes. I have to be. It really does come down to that because like I'm not exactly sure like what I can like what I can believe and see anymore. Does that make sense?
There's a lot of people faking it.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You see what I'm saying?
Like people would just put on a show for what they want.
Right.
No,
Right.
me and my girl, like I love that girl. Like
Yeah, no, and
Like-
and that's I want to let you know, like that's very I see that. I think your viewers see that. You know, I think you've done a really good job of branding yourself.
Thank you.
Does that
definitely.
make sense? Like,
Yeah.
I think that for me, like what we just covered was one of the things that I was just confused about, because out of nowhere, like, boom, and I'm just sitting and like it makes sense now because everything you just said could happen anywhere
Easily.
on this planet.
Easily.
Yep, it
Anywhere.
happens every day. Something goes viral every day.
Every
Yep.
day, and I
Yep.
know exactly that page, hype or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
Hood
God,
Hype or
dude.
something.
And,
Yeah.
like,
Oof.
And like I didn't like paid for a promotion.
No,
they
and
just picked it up.
Like
And they
he
just
picked it up.
up.
He was like, "Yo, this is talent. This
Yeah.
is what I want to show my viewers."
Huh. All right. Let's transition to something else. I want to talk about "Ride for Me" because first of all, I've been playing that song a lot. Like honestly, I think it's a great song. I
Appreciate
think it's a
it.
good track. Question: can you dance at all?
Yes, if you
Really?
I could dance.
Okay.
Like-
See, because
like,
I
I
think
don't
that would
dance
be perfect to add to whatever you got going on. Because like I'm sitting there, I'm watching the "Ride for Me" video. I'm like, I literally dead ass felt like, and like I don't know how you're gonna take this, but like I thought I was watching a young Chris Brown back in 2002. Like, and I'm just
Yo.
waiting for that dance scene, like in the back alley with like the light shining on, like with the, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what I was looking
You were
for
waiting
that,
for
you know?
that?
I was like, where the like, because that's what it has. It has that vibe.
Yeah, like
you have that
start
young,
dancing.
like little, like P&B type, you know?
Uh-huh.
Do you think like, I don't know, just that's all like.
Honestly, look.
How
look,
did "Ride for Me" like? Where did this come from? You know, like because you put together a picture. You and Louis put together a picture really well.
Yeah,
and I
shot Louis visuals.
Yeah.
He shot that really good. Like
that was I liked it.
and
for
he
sure.
Louis actually saw me at the Winter Jam.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
And
he was there.
He was like, "Yo, like who's this kid? Who's he? Who's he? Estacks?"
Because like you grabbed attention of a crowd of everybody in there. Certain people could only do that for the certain pocket of people that they brought.
Right.
Dog, listen, I've been out here for a long time. I've been to winter jams, I've been to summer jams, I've been all over the place. I saw you jump on that stage, and when I heard what I had heard, I literally stopped. I was upstairs. I stopped and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I watched the whole thing. I was fucking around. I was walking around, you know, talking to the people that had come for us, and then I was like, "Well, pause everything." And you have this like law of attraction, I think. Does that make sense? I don't know if that's the right.
Sure.
thing to
That
say.
look.
Sure.
That look.
Yeah,
People are
not
attracted
law of
to
attraction.
No, yeah, people are attracted
But
to. Yeah.
I don't know.
Like when you got good stage presence. I wasn't there, so I don't know.
If I told you that was like
I
my
think
second performance, would you believe that?
Yes,
Really?
yes, because you got to understand, like, it for me, like I've been around music for a long
Yeah,
time.
okay.
I mean, learning from professionals in terms of just like performance aspects, and
it takes a long time.
it takes a long
Yeah.
time to
Long
really.
time.
But I think you're doing a good job.
Appreciate that.
I think you're doing
Yeah.
like. There's
I'm still
always,
trying to find out myself,
and-
like
and-
how I would come on and what
Yeah.
the energy I want to give, how I want to stage direct, like crowd direct them. You know, like I'm still
Right.
trying to learn that.
and that's hard to get off the top, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this transitions well into kind of the next thing that we usually talk about is like, so you've created this music, you've got people making comparisons to you, who you are right now, what it's going to be down the road. Talk to me about some of the people that you've kind of looked up to in all of this, because you know you don't just say out of nowhere without having some inspiration, hey, I want to be a musician. You got to know what type of music you want to make,
Yeah.
and that usually comes from people that you listen to,
Yeah.
people you look up to. Talk to me a little bit about that.
I'll tell you this: I love Drake.
Okay.
That man makes a banger no matter what.
Yeah.
I love Alicia Keys. That like
First
to
time.
me-
That's the first time someone said
That's
Did
that.
you
my
see
idol.
her? Did you see her Grammy like performance thing that she did with the two pianos, bro?
I actually didn't watch the Grammys,
Bro,
but
you gotta
I
watch
know
that
she-
performance. That was
I know
wow.
she got it down.
She went off.
definitely got
She
it.
went off. All right, go ahead.
Drake,
Mhm.
Alicia Keys, and I like P&B rock.
That's
Like,
okay to say.
I love P&B rock.
He said
like,
that's okay to say.
That's the, like,
like,
I'm not, no. I'm like,
I
I,
feel
know
like
that people
that-
compare you to that. A
yeah,
little
a
bit,
lot of people
lot.
compare me to
Yeah.
him.
Really?
Like,
That wasn't the
No,
first thing I
I
would
get
think
it.
of.
I
like
get it. I see
I would
it.
He
say
has
better,
a-
better than P&B.
And that's the thing. Like,
I'm not really.
I think you have a better voice than P&B.
That's
I'd
what I
say
mean.
that.
That's.
I think you understand like vocal ranges and the way that he sometimes like P&B is, you know what I mean? It's a little like it's a little shaky, but you seem to kind of have it down.
Yeah, like the
So
part,
those are the guys you study.
yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yep. P&B Rock, Alicia Keys, Drake, and Sam Smith. Lost Man. Can I lay by your side?
Yeah. So like, where's that coming from? Is that just like the extra one?
He's just if you listen to his songs, he's into his songs, like as if like he's crying while he's singing these songs. Like
Yeah.
he like if you listen to his music, like he really speaks. Like he speaks.
Yeah.
Like, from his heart. Like, and that's what music. You gotta do that in music. You gotta catch on to people's emotions, and you definitely like. Reason why I said I like P&B Rock. He's melodic. Like.
Yeah.
He doesn't just stay
definitely.
the same time though. Like, you know, he changes it up, switches his flows. He'll switch like his voice, like, you know, the like like that type of stuff. Like that's the type of stuff that's gonna draw people in to your music. Like, oh shoot, like he just hit a nice note right there.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, now he's at this note.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think you guys have done, and I say you guys because I keep looking at this as like, you've got this group of kids you're close to your age, like that are.
Can you run that down for everybody? You have a group that you run with?
No, it's not like a group. I just think like when I saw you guys at Winter Jam, you guys. Y'all know each other, and y'all definitely like,
we go back.
All right, talk
so
to me about this really quick, and help me. So, in whatever you're about to explain for the win. Explain for the win. FTW. Is that what it is?
That is my man, Rob, my producer. He's the only guy that produces my music.
Okay, so what's that about? Like, I see it, and I want to know because I see people in and out of there, and I want to know what it's about because I have my ear to the ground. You feel me?
Yeah, so that's my boy Rob.
Okay.
That's his thing. Like, he had FCW in there. I don't know his background story too much about it.
Yeah.
But, you know, for the win. Like, what we want to do, what we're doing is for the win.
Right.
Like, we don't want to take any L's.
Absolutely.
Like
but I see all you guys hanging out there, so like.
Yeah.
It looks like it looks like a clubhouse, literally, for you guys to just go and create, and I think that's really cool. Because
we actually have
that's what a studio should be.
Exactly, and I think
Yeah.
that's something that's hard to it's hard to create an environment like that out here,
and it's
you know?
definitely hard to keep it. Like, sometimes, you know, we're gonna bump heads here and there, but at the end of the day, I know that like they support me deep down. Like,
and
besides family,
and that goes both ways.
And I support them. I really do support them.
Yeah.
And like, our group is actually called EMP, Easy Money Productions.
Okay, gotcha.
So like, we started this little thing. My boy Eric started it, Easy, because we call him Easy E. Like, his name's Easy.
Yeah.
And so he started it up like EMP. Like, we're a little group. Like, you know, like, but at first it wasn't really intended to be a group. Like, we were just going to the studio, recording individual songs. Like, we were just like together. Like.
Yeah.
Like projects, and like we just formed into like, you know, like these my homies, like they got my back,
your team,
like, and they support me.
Yeah, we talked a little about that last episode too. You know,
the importance of the team,
the importance of a team, and understanding kind of like where you go, and you guys seem to understand the dynamic of what we were talking about. We don't need to get into that again.
True.
But I'm really interested. I'm interested as to what, like, where's your head at with the scene right now? You know,
in Lancaster.
Yeah. Like, where's your head at right now? Like, do you feel like? I think for you it's bigger than this, and I think for you, you have. I have to now I have to now kind of look at this generation, because Nick and I are at a point kind of a little bit where it's like I think we were just raised in a different way, and I think when we look at some of this stuff, it's like, wow, like people popping off on the internet like so close to us, it's like crazy. And so I think now, like, for myself and for building, like, for a show even, it's a matter of, I think, like, turning that leaf over and saying, like, all right, we need to really look at, like, kids who can actually be talented and do this on the internet, you know? And I'm just interested because, like, the internet clearly has helped you, and it's bigger than Lancaster right now.
Plenty.
But you definitely have fans out here. And you've definitely been out here and you've been performing. So like, where's your head at now? Because it's only been a couple months, man.
If you want me to be honest, I know I have a lot of supporters in Lancaster, but I don't feel like I have enough. This is
good feeling.
You know what I mean? Like,
keeps you driving.
I feel like most of my support is out of Lancaster, to be honest. Like, I love Lancaster, I love my city, and I know a lot of people from Lancaster support me, but I feel like it's not enough. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, we
like,
know.
Like, you see this guy rising up.
He's
only been in this for 4 or 5 months, and he you know, he's rose quicker than most of everybody who's already been out. And like, I feel like I'm not catching their attention enough. So I'm constantly writing. I'm thinking of that next hit. I'm thinking
Do you think they don't want you to pass them? You ever thought about it like that?
Or do you think it has to do with the size of the area and how they perceive things?
And how there's like this tight grip on kind of what the scene is right now.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is like it's literally it's the same thing every 6 months. That's all it is. There's, you know what I mean?
There's
like
two
you got to
main
go
shows. Two main showcases.
Yeah, so like where else are you? You know what I mean? Like you can perform out in Shippensburg, you can go to Philly, you can do whatever the hell you want. But when it comes to here, it's every 6 months. That's all. That's the city. That's in turn with a lot of things. But the city has a piece in that as well, and some other creators. You know. So like, do you want to see more? Do you want to see more opportunities, real opportunities for you to get paid? You know.
Yeah, and that's what. Like recently, I just got managed, and like that's what he's trying to work on right now. We're building my brand. So merch and stuff, and we're also building a website.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we're trying to get my name on Google search.
Yeah.
Like yeah, you can look me up on YouTube, but
it's hard.
Google's like one of the biggest ones. Like when you look up somebody, like, you know what I mean? So like we're trying to get to that. Like we just got into this, so we're trying to organize.
Yeah, it seems fresh.
But what I would honestly, I was actually talking about this to my barber today.
Yeah.
My aunt. I was like, yo, I want to do like my own thing. Like I want to not host it, but be the main person in my city. Like I want to like, you know, bring out local artists that, you know, like they mess with me and all that.
Yeah.
And like I'll be like the top performance, and like I'll bring them in, like get them some exposure from like some people I know.
Okay,
and,
now
like, you know what I mean?
Right. So can I ask you a question? Do you want to pay them?
I can't do that right now. As much as I would love to pay them.
Right.
Right now, it's about trying to build it so that way.
You gotta sell tickets.
You're right.
But you like that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta sell tickets. You're making money. Where's that money going? See, because that's the problem out here. Is that people are there's our click. People are going and selling tickets, and they're not getting money for them.
I see what you mean.
You feel
like,
me?
but if I were to start that, of course it would be like that, and like
no one's gonna be making a lot of money, but
but it's like it's some change. Like I'm going out my way to do
for
this.
hours work.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, like that. But like, what I would do with all that money I would bring in, put that shit in a bank account, save it. Next year, 6 months later, do another one, even bigger. Just keep growing and growing and growing and growing until like, you know, like I'm freaking in the middle of Lancaster downtown, like doing this big event where I have like freaking 20 artists coming out.
Yeah.
Like you ever heard of Launch Fest?
No, I know what Launch Fest is. Trust me, we're very aware.
Yeah, we know
something like that, but way bigger. Like that's eventually my goal. Like
okay. I think that where it gets tricky is that I think that talent like yours, you should be getting paid.
I should.
You feel me?
I feel you.
So when there's other talent that is good, just like you, maybe they don't have the same following, maybe they just started, they should be getting paid too.
Yeah.
I pay for talent. I don't pay for exposure. I pay for talent. And so if I'm going to go out and I'm going to start something, I'm making sure people are getting paid. You know?
Yeah, they should. I think honestly every artist, whether like you're not so good of an artist or whether you're like the best artist, you should be getting paid regardless.
Okay,
like
so you think can you say like, all right, I want to do this. So I'm just like I'm trying to get a grasp where your head's at. So say you want to go out, do a whole entire showcase, right? Do you take whatever money, like are you talking about the money that you get from that is across the board, or are you saying your cut you're going to put away? Because I think if you don't need to fill a show with 16, 17 artists because people get bored and you get people in and out the door way too much. So say you pick 4, at max 5. That's it. Like
then you could pay.
then you can pay them.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah,
than
you
that.
make them. You just take a percentage of their tickets.
But
you
then
know?
the profitability also comes from the amount of people you do it. But with that being said, we should probably.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're gonna take a quick break. Our camera is off, and we will be back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Took a little break there. It's my favorite part of this show, I gotta say. Because to be honest, like the break,
The off-camera interview. That's
the off-camera
that's what we're here
conversations
for.
are things that.
And the hidden camera picks up all of it.
Hold up, I'm confused. Nah, he thought
What happened?
perfect.
Oh no! Did they get the hidden camera part in?
Yeah.
Great.
No, I think we're fine.
Great.
So no, but these breaks, like even though they're like a millisecond in the video, like we usually
We
we'll sit
get to
here and
know
we'll
each
talk.
other
Yeah, we
right
get to know
here,
each
yeah.
other. Like this
Yeah.
is second half of the show is usually one of my favorites because then we get to start really diving deep.
Definitely.
So I want to talk a little bit about whatever's happening next for you because Rad for Me and all these other things that you've been putting out with videos. This can't be the end of it. This can't be like what's your plan?
my plan right now. I'm currently making songs. Like I just keep making them.
Yeah.
And like I've been really learning like to focus on it. Like you know what I mean. Give it more time. Don't ever like just.
You just come a little closer to the microphone.
Oh yeah. Not my bad. Don't ever just like make a song the first time like oh that's it. Like go back to the studio sometime, and like you know like see if that's really it. You know what I mean. That's why I'm trying to take my time with it.
Absolutely.
So you would say you're a perfectionist then?
Yeah, like everything I do is written. I write everything. Nothing.
Right.
You know, like maybe I record it, but I write that down. You know what I mean?
You have to know what you're doing bar for bar,
like,
where you're gonna go.
I like to keep it organized and try to create like a flow, like a some type of repetition, something that's gonna get stuck. Like no.
Has that perfection piece ever hindered a project? Like you ever just you can't get that perfect sound? Like there's just a song where you can't figure it out.
Oh my god. You could ask everybody I show my music when I'm done making it. I'm like, I don't feel this. Like I'll be like, damn, I don't feel this track at all. Like I'm done. Like I'll just be like, damn. Like I get like that with each song because like I just want it to be like perfect. And I know it can't be, but I try my best to make it as good as I can do.
I think when it comes down to creating, I think one thing that I would really like to see for you is to really start to challenge yourself lyrically for sure. I think the Ride For Me is really good, but I want to see you maybe try maybe a different, not like a different style, but I'm interested to see what else you have in the tank. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like what else do you have in the tank? Because I've seen what you can do with your the love songs and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
So you want to see me more rap?
No, I don't want to see you rap. I want to see you. I want to see a mixture of things of you being able to be versatile. Maybe it may be some rapping, but I really want to see what you can do because there is so much talent there. So I want to see what kind of opportunities can you really build for yourself. Right. And I think you trying to get a project ready to go would be smart right now because you have captured something. You've done a really good job here and with your online presence we talked about earlier.
Definitely.
But capitalizing on that is big.
It can go like that too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can get stuck like that.
And
I might just do an EP maybe
that's
a
not a bad
6-song
idea.
thing.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because I don't really want to put an album out until I got a lot of attention. You know what I mean? Because the album is no. Because
I see what wave you're trying to hit.
Right now, this is. I feel like I'm just starting. This is nothing. What I'm doing right now, it's something good. It's a start.
Yeah.
But
you know what's crazy, and you guys are probably gonna say something about this, and I personally can't. It goes against a little bit of my morals a little bit, but I'm gonna compare you to somebody of their early upbringing, Tekashi 6ix9ine. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Now, hold on. Now,
what?
Regardless of all the snitching shit. Regardless of all that, way back before he did music and shit like that, he was doing the type of he was doing the little clips and stuff with his girl and all that type of shit. And he popped off.
I didn't know this.
I know you didn't know this. He also was doing the comedy shit too. And what were we talking about? Who popped off? Who popped off the most in 2018? Who? I hate to say it, Tekashi was popping off.
Well, he was
doing
on social media.
And
he had things going with the federal, like that was on the news,
I know.
So his name was everywhere.
Crazy. He put himself out there like that. I'm not saying that part. Definitely not that part. I don't condone the snitching part. I wouldn't mean to ever compare somebody to that. But
you mean you would never compare somebody. I want to make this clear. You'd never compare somebody to like 6ix9ine's personality. Essentially, is what you're saying.
No, but no. What I'm saying is the early upbringing, the way I saw his career rise, because I followed him before he started popping off, and I was like, okay, it's just kind of building up, because he was funny, like he was making funny videos and stuff, and like he was leveraging his talent, but he never really like had that one thing that was like concrete, and then like he dropped a song with a video. We all know the song.
Gummo.
Yeah. So, that's where we are.
And that got picked up by World Star.
That's right. That's what I mean. And you got picked up by outlets. It's just, it's a matter of like who gets lucky enough to get that exposure.
I think you would be stupid not to put a project out soon. I think you would be. I think you would be dumb because you have a. I'm not trying to come at your neck. I'm saying like, bro, you have like. I think that you have eyes right now, bro.
Definitely.
Eyes that I can sit here and other people in this city want to sit here and like
they're envying.
They're envious. They're envious. And the way that you take that is whatever you want to do with it. But what I'm saying is it's like people are how do I say this? There's not a lot of people in Lancaster that people want to hear more of. And I said the same thing to Ian. I said the same thing to 717.
Yeah.
Because that is a wave that's up right now.
Definitely.
The type of music you're making is up right now. Mm-hmm. So like, go for it and get it out there and go full plat. Like go
Definitely.
Everywhere. Yeah. Like you already have.
Yeah.
But do it. Just I would say like really like. Put your head to the ground and be like, I am going to put together something great and do it for the people and make it for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course for myself as well. Like,
no, and for yourself, but like make it so that like
you'll know
people,
when it's right.
You know what I mean?
Like they get like I said earlier with
the connection.
Sam Smith, that connection, that emotion, like you know what I mean? Like,
it's gotta be there.
Yeah, and I think you can do it.
I know I could do it.
We're
back to that versatile part.
Right.
Right now, I've been making like rap songs, or just like just try to catchy songs.
Right.
R&B songs.
Yeah.
And I'm actually starting to sing in my songs. Like, I have a song that's like I told you, I'm with this management.
Mm-hmm.
And through that management, like they offered me like for somewhere for me to perform, to sing.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's good. That's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah. So like that's why I'm trying to seeing people like.
Well, that's how you kind of got started, right?
You want to be able to do. You want to be able to go somewhere, anywhere you go. Correct me if I'm wrong. To be able to walk in there with the talent that you have, and hit it out of the park every time, even though you've been doing this for a short amount of time. You want to train yourself to get in a position where you don't necessarily need to rely on what you would rely on in the studio, where it's time to recap and time to find the right sound, what it's going to sound like, what you're going to mix. Like, you want that raw, like, I can go and do this anywhere type deal. And I think you can.
Yeah.
But, like, is that what you're looking for?
That's
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
To piggyback off of that, how are you feeling on a deal? Are you taking the deal?
Yeah. I may be speaking too soon. I think maybe within maybe a year, if this continues the way you do it, your management puts you in a position where you can succeed and you've created a project of some sort that is going to be able to take a couple different avenues with different people and get this audience together.
Could be some traction.
I think you could seriously be looking at a deal within the next year.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna lie to you,
because there are small labels that go after people right out of the gates.
Right, and with
after them.
Yeah, and with a following like yours, I really would not be surprised with the type of music that you make. Your demographic,
Oh yeah.
You could grab
If
it.
I were to sign a deal though, like,
Is
I
that
would-
something you want to do though?
like, I would, but at the same time, like
You understand what comes with it.
Yeah, like there's probably
Good.
gonna be like some lockdown, like,
Definitely.
you know what I mean.
You have your own.
So I'd rather like in a year. I probably would just like depending on the deal. Maybe if it's like a year deal, couple. You know, am I like?
Yeah, you're out of
Yeah,
shot.
my
Just
bad.
like
My
move in
bad.
a
I
little bit.
keep
No, you're good.
like
A short-term deal.
short term deal. I'm talking like less than a year, maybe a year. Like maybe.
But
like,
see, when that gets sticky is when you're
See.
making that money during that time period.
Yeah, but
you're
he's-
liable.
but he's
they,
not-
They will get the
But with that-
distribution rates.
A
type
little
things.
bit, but
Yeah.
you can do it. There's some labels out there that are really that really work with the artist, and there's others that don't. It also depends on what kind of paycheck you're gonna walk away with from that.
True.
Yeah.
And like if you were to go, like say you go chase a label, or like a label comes is chasing after you, right? Like you still ultimately have the decision, right? And you get to look at, like, I would advise you if you're going to do that, and your management's going to do this because that's what his name, James.
James.
Right.
Yep.
He seems like that was exactly what I would feel like if I talked to a manager. You know what I mean? Like he's
he's a
doing a
genius.
great
He's taking
job.
care of it.
He's a
No,
genius.
really, for real.
He knows what he's doing.
He's just making
He
sure
really
that
does. He's
he's
been in
taking
it.
care of you, bro.
Yep.
Like literally, he's taking care of you, and
Yep.
and shouts to him for that. But you know, I would look at it, and if you want to take the year, it gets sticky when he's young. Like, it gets sticky when they're younger, like really young, like under 18. But that's not the case.
That's not the case,
That's not
sir.
the case. So that I wouldn't worry too much about what you're thinking, because like that happened a little. The big thing that happened this year with that was Little Pump's like deal.
I thought
where
that was
he threw them-
2017
I think that was 2018.
when he signed it when he was 17.
He signed it when he was 17, but when he got out of it was like last year, I think, like towards the end of like the summer. I remember reading a story how he like
You're
finally
not, you're
flipped out
not
of it.
liable for anything before you're 18.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
But I mean that's a good thing
yeah.
on the artist.
Do you want to
part.
be? Would you eventually want to set yourself as an independent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, independent, like.
Just an independent artist.
Yeah, like I do
without
my
a label,
own thing
just
with
do
no
your own
label.
thing.
Just earn my own.
Split
earnings.
50-50. If you want
No.
management, go for it. If you want product, like you and your management and your team handle where your money goes.
Yeah.
Does that worry you?
Yeah.
Or
Is
What
it
do you
is
mean?
because
Does
that's
that
hard to
worry you?
sustain.
yeah.
I mean, like what we're doing with my management right now, we're 80-20. Like he's not really worried about making income. That's not
Right,
that's not his
worried about
goal. He
building.
wants to help
Oh,
me.
and
He
I
wants,
get that.
He wants to build
Yeah.
me. Like income right now to me, like it would be nice to earn money,
Right.
but honestly, I'm not worried about that. I
Yeah.
want to earn like a fan base. I want to earn
Takes
like
time.
I want to earn that like influence,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
to be that like leader.
Yeah.
So, what were you saying again?
Just about like what you would do, like with you were talking about your manager and how he's putting you in a position, like you remember, you just
Wait,
said
what?
it. You just said you and your manager. You said you and your manager have put you in a position
They
that's
put
going
me
to
in.
help you get a fan base, and he's not too worried about income.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
Cool.
with any investment though.
Yeah.
You gotta wait. Like
No, right now he's trying to build me. I'm not really worried about making money right now. I want to, like I said, I
Yeah.
want to build myself.
And
I
that's a
wanna-
smart thing to look at, and that's something that you either chase the following or you chase the money. And I think if you do both, it gets sticky. Does that make sense? Because one of them, it's hard to do both, and I think you can do both,
Yeah.
but one of them has to be stronger than the other. You got to be either like having the talent and grabbing the deal immediately and taking the money, or building and then grabbing the deal that you have a little bit more control of, because it's your audience, not theirs at that point. They didn't
Exactly.
build it for you.
exactly
Yeah.
that.
You know?
They helped me. They guided me to.
And
where
you're in
I
a good
get.
spot right now for that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
of what your analytics
Yeah,
are.
Yes,
you are.
indeed. Yep.
So, do you have any shows lined up soon?
Not any right now.
Okay.
Besides, I can't really announce it right now.
Okay.
But something in September.
Okay.
Like I have a nice show that
Local?
it's actually out of state. It's gonna be
Okay.
in New York.
Oh, that's
I
cool, though.
believe, yeah.
That's lit.
It's gonna be in New York.
That's not that
but
far.
that's September. I believe September 6th. But yeah, like when I announce it, you know.
It'll be a big
But yeah,
one.
it's
You
gonna
just
be
can't talk
it's
about
gonna be
it?
a nice
All
one.
right, word. Tight.
Dope.
I'm excited to look out for that. So, so you've got nothing really right now on the way, but you got stuff cooking. So
I'm cooking up, and like I said, like right now we're working on a website.
Right.
I have a website designer.
Yeah.
And we're working on my logo,
Okay.
like my brand.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're right now you're focusing on brand, just so your fans know, right?
Yeah,
So you're
it's still my
focusing-
fan. I'm still trying to entertain. Like ride for me, I'm dragging it. Like
Okay.
I'm gonna like next week. I'm probably gonna repost a video, like of the thing, so they can be like, oh, like a refresher. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like post it on Instagram
Yeah.
or Facebook or something.
No, I totally see that. So right now you're in brand mode. You're in brand mode. Let's go get an audience. Let's organize
Yeah.
right now.
Right now, I'm in transition from being an amateur to somebody that's professional with this. Takes
Okay.
this serious. Takes this like this is what I want to do
like how you
for
put that.
my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not playing around with this. I'm not doing this for fun. Like I really want to do this because of the fun, but like I want to make this something big.
Yeah.
More than like, you know, like ever since I was young, I just always wanted to be like a leader, like that light, like oh shoot, like he's doing it, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And like at the same time, I'll never forget where I come from.
Yeah. And that's
Like,
important, and that's a good
yeah.
thing to have. That's a good thing to have in your head. I'm really just excited to see where you go. Please put some music out soon.
Yeah.
For real.
Please.
Capitalize,
Please.
capitalize,
I'm gonna start
capitalize.
dropping
Please.
more snippets like of like longer of my songs, so that way you guys can like get in a groove.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
But like, I definitely have.
That's
a
my
song-
only advice to give you
Yeah.
from anything that I would ever say as a consumer.
Yep. Just keep
Give me
dropping.
more.
Put some
Yep.
product
And
out.
learn how to like maybe through some of the like learn how to dance. You could be on some like
Yeah. That's the plan. Like for real, like. You're like when you watch the performances like on the Grammys, they
Yeah.
do like a 4-hour choreography.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? I eventually that would be cool to do. Like you know,
right.
I'm just like going with the groove and like dancing like
Yeah.
that type. Like, but yeah.
Word. Well, I think that's a great place for us to just reel it in and just
Yeah, I
take
think
that
so.
step. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
dope.
of
Really,
course.
thank you
This
for
is
coming. It
awesome.
was
This
great
was
to
cool.
meet you.
It was an experience. This is my first time, so I'm
Absolutely.
like,
That's
Yeah.
dope.
You know,
I'm
I'm
glad
all
that we
over
were
the
the
place.
first though.
Yeah, no.
That's awesome.
No, it's
Yeah.
always fun because like later we'll look back on this and we'll be like, damn, you remember your first interview?
yeah.
And I think that may be something that I'm really looking forward to look at.
Well, we should
You know.
sipping champagne
Yeah.
in a nice club somewhere.
Just
Somewhere,
chilling, just
right?
like,
Yeah.
damn.
It's like, damn, we
We
freaking
be like, yo,
made
Estacks,
it.
Estacks,
Yo,
let us in the club, bro. Let us in the club. And he'd be like, nah.
if I make it, well, when I make it, like I'm never
the way
gonna
you put
forget
that.
this.
Oh,
I'm
thank you. I
I'm never,
appreciate
I'm
that.
never gonna forget you guys. Like
Oh,
I
thank you.
appreciate that.
everyone who I start out with right now really matters because you guys are helping me build as well.
Absolutely.
Like,
That's
and
what
at
we're
the
here for.
end,
Because we
Yeah.
believe in you, man.
We
I believe in
definitely
you.
do.
Nick believes in you.
appreciate that.
You wouldn't be
yo.
on here if we didn't.
Absolutely. No,
Appreciate
that's
that
real
a lot.
shit.
That's
No,
real
for
shit.
real, I
Because
believe
We
it.
be telling people like, nah, yeah, we just be.
I push people to
Yeah.
this. I have people that roll into my DMs like, and I'm just like, no, I can't. I'm sorry, and then I just push them because I don't want to deal with some of that shit.
Yeah,
But
well, I
I believe in
appreciate
you,
that.
bro. I
That's
really
love.
do. No, but seriously,
I agree.
I think you are you're on a great path to something that
Definitely.
I think could be really great.
Life
If you take
changing.
the right steps, and I think you're gonna be fine. Ladies and gentlemen, Estacks, guys, we will see you for our season 3 finale next week. I know, but dude,
What
we're
is it,
still in
13
school.
episodes?
We gotta be
Let's go.
smart, you know. We got things to do.
We had
But-
a lot of
but-
episodes this season.
But
13.
but stay tuned next week because next
3.
week we're gonna finalize a decision that Nick and I have to make about what we're doing with season 4. Maybe a short season. Not sure what's happening yet, but we'll have a final answer
What's
for
up? I'll
you
come back.
this
Man,
week.
you know.
Absolutely.
We will
I'll come
gladly,
back.
glad to have you
You
back.
you got comedy show as well too, right?
Yeah, that's right. Talking to the wall.
That
Yeah.
would
Talking
be
to the wall.
good.
We're gonna post some of those soon, and we're gonna get some of those up. Tyler's coming home, so we can get some of
He's
those
gonna be
done.
back from war.
That's-
Literally, I've been waiting by the
Slippery
window.
Rock
I'm like,
University.
scratching the window.
No, but
When will he
seriously,
return?
make sure you follow. Make sure you follow us at the Review _. You can follow Nick at _NicksKicks_.com. You can follow me at
Appreciate it.
JDunk30. Make sure you follow Estacks. I'll throw all that stuff up in there.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the Review. Stay tuned next week for a big announcement, and we will see you guys next week. Oh, shout out Jamie for the shirts. You know how it be. Run it back.
Appreciate it.